will move on to the L attributed STD. So in the last session I have explained you about an S attributed STD. So S attributed STD is an STD. So STD, what is an STD? It is nothing but a context free grammar, okay, where attributes are associated with the symbol and productions are rules are you will say, can say it as an actions are associated with the productions. So that is called as an STD. Okay. What is S attributed STD? If all the attributes associated with the grammar symbols are the synthesized attributes, then we will call them as an S attributed STD. So what is an synthesized attributes? The attributes whose value depends only on the value of their child nodes. That is called as an synthesized attribute. So for example, here E dot value depends on the value of a E dot value and T dot value, where both this E and the T are the children of the parent node, that is an E dot value. So that is called as an S attributed STD. And also I have explained you about how to write the annotated parse tree. So next we will consider an L attributed STD. An L attributed STD is a STD which has both the inherited attribute as well as a synthesized attributes. And the inattributed attributes are the attributes where the value of any of the non-terminal depends on the value of their siblings or value of their parent node. That means they are inheriting the values, means any of the non-terminal is inheriting the value from its sibling or from the root of or parent or the root of the, or not immediate, not only the root, it can be a parent also. So from the parent of that particular non-terminal, that is called as an inherited attribute. So as an example, if I'll say, if I am having E dot value, just an example, this is T dot value and star something F dot value, something if I am having, the value of this is determined by the value of this or by the value of this or by itself. That is called as an inherited attribute. That is called as an inherited attribute. And any STD which has both the synthesized attribute as well as an inherited attribute, that is called as an L attributed STD. And last class I gave you an example of an S attributed STD, and today I will explain one example for an L attributed STD. It is somewhat difficult to understand, but I'll consider. So this is an example for an L attributed STD, but simply if I'll explain you this L attributed STD, you will not understood anything. So what I'll do is, so first I'll write the annotated parse tree for this one. This particular grammar, I'll write the annotated parse tree and we'll do the reverse engineering. Through that annotated parse tree, I'll explain you how we can define the rules for this particular grammar, how we got these rules for this particular grammar. Okay. So here this is an L attributed STD where you are having both the inherited attribute as well as a synthesized attribute. This is also same synthesized attribute. This is also synthesized attribute. This is also synthesized attribute. This is both are the inherited attributes. So initially I'll write the, I'll construct that annotated parse tree and then I'll do the reverse engineering. Actually annotated parse tree is obtained by the grammar, by this L attributed STD, but it is difficult to understand. So I'll first explain you the annotated parse tree and then I'll come back to this. Okay. Okay, this is an annotated parse tree for an L attributed STD, and this is the grammar what we are having. T determine FT. These are the production. These are the semantic rules. Okay, got it? These are the productions and these are the semantic rules. So actually from this semantic rule we need to write this annotated parse tree, but difficult to understand. So what I'll do, I'll use these production. Okay, we'll construct this. We will use these productions and we'll construct this annotated parse tree and then we'll see the semantic rules. But actually what happened, for using these semantic rules only we need to write this annotated parse tree, but reverse I am doing. So here consider this is the input string what you are having 3 star 5. In order to obtain the 3 star 5, all of you know that how to write the parse tree. So I have written the parse tree. T determine an ft dash, and then f determines the digit, f determine digit, and t dash determines the star ft dash. Then this f determines the digit and t dash determines the epsilon. So here one more thing here, this t dash, both are same. They are not different. Both are same. This t dash, both are same. Same non-terminal only. So why we have written the dash? Just to indicate that it comes in the body of the production and it comes in the head of the production. Just to make that difference, we have written here dash. So this actually both of these non-terminals are the same. Remember this point. So while writing this one, you will get a confusion whether this non-terminal is in the body of the production or head of the production. Just to differentiate this. Okay. So all of you know that how to construct the parse tree. Then this is not a parse tree. This is called as an annotated parse tree. Last session I have explained you about the difference between an parse tree and the annotated parse tree. Parse tree simply you will be writing the non-terminal symbols, all the thing, and annotated parse tree along with the values you are writing at the each of the non-terminal, internal node or a leaf node or a root node, what is its value, that we will be writing here. So and here I told you that so L attributed STD is an STD which has both the inherited attribute as well as an synthesized attribute. It contains both the inherited attribute and synthesized attributes. Okay. Then okay, listen here carefully. Just I'll give an example of inherited attribute here. So here, in order to compute this t dash, star ft dash you are having, that is star ft dash. So here, in order to compute the synthesis value here, you need to inherit this from its sibling, correct or not? Simply I cannot do star 5. When I want to do 3 star 5, I need to inherit this 3 from the sibling, correct or not? Okay, I need to inherit this 3 from its sibling, which is called as the inherited value. I told you already what is the inherited value. So I am inheriting this one. So here ft dash is there. What is the value of this t dash? Inherited value of this t dash? It is the value what you are getting from your sibling f. That is what here. T dash inherited is equal to 3. And one more thing here. So for all t and f, wherever you are having, there is only the synthesized attribute associated with that, which is the non-terminal, which also t dash is the only non-terminal which is having an inherited attribute and a synthesized attribute associated with it. Why it is having a synthesized attribute associated with here? Okay, the value of this depends on only its that is child node. Therefore, synthesized attribute. And here it is synthesized, it is inheriting the value from its sibling. Okay, so that is inherited. Here also we are having inherited. Why means, see here only I cannot do the star f. Okay, so this is inheriting the value and that is nothing but this one. That is, assume that this is 3. 3 is inherited to here and that 3 is here and this 3 I am considering here and I am multiplying that one with the 5 in order to get the value 15. Getting my point? So this t dash is inheriting this value 3. F is 3. Okay, it is inheriting this value. Okay, and this inherited value is passed over here and now this 3 has to come here and multiply that one with the one more digit 5. Okay, I am now multiplying this 3, this is star, 3 star 5 we are doing, 3 star 5 we are doing, getting my point? So 3 star 5 we are doing and it is multiplied and the result is T1 dash. So what is the inherited value associated with this one then? It is nothing but the inherited value of this inherited value of this star 5. Correct or not? So that is how we are getting the 15 over here. So we will be getting this inherited value from this star 5. I am getting 15. So that is the inherited value associated with here. Yes. So here I am having inherited value associated with this, inherited value associated with this. Okay. What is the inherited value associated with this? That is what we are getting it from the F. So that is T dash inherited is equal to this 3 I am getting. So that is 3. What is the inherited value associated with this one? So it is nothing but this into this. So that's why T dash inherited is equal to, that is this into this, that is answer is the 15. Okay, that is what here. Actually, as I told you, from this I need to write this. Okay, but since it is difficult to understand, I am explaining first this and then moving for this. Actually, inherited of this one, it is nothing but a T dash inherited. What is T dash inherited? 3 star F dot value 3 star 5, that is 15. So T dash in T1 dash inherited is 15. So that is how actually we should write. Okay. And then F dot value is nothing but a single value. It is a lexical value provided by the user. So in this case we have taken that as an 3 star 5. So here also F dot value is 3. Okay, this is 3. And I think only the single synthesized attribute is associated with the T. So only the T dash is the one which has a 2 attribute associated with that. One is inherited value and one is synthesized attribute. One is inherited value and one is synthesized. Both are the same non-terminal. Just to differentiate that it is at the body of the production and it is head of the production, we have not taken here the dash, and here we have taken the subscript dash. Okay, but both are the same non-terminal. I think no doubt with all of them. Only the doubt is with this inherited value. I think now this is also cleared. So what is the inherited value here? It is this one. Okay, that is what we have written. T dash inherited is equal to F dot value. Somewhere some mistake. T dot value is equal to, 1 minute. So T dash inherited is nothing but F dot value. Any doubt in this? T dash inherited is this F dot value. So that is what we are written here. T dash inherited is equal to F dot value. Actually, I am using this one in order to write this one, but reverse I am explaining you. Okay, T dash inherited is equal to an F dot value. Here T1 dash inherited is equal to. So it is nothing but this 3 I am getting, 5 I am getting, I am multiplying that one. So that is what we are doing here. T dash inherited is equal to T dash inherited. What is your T dash inherited? That is this one, T dash inherited. That is 3 I am getting, and I am multiplying that one with this F dot value. So 15 I am getting. So I am writing the value here as an 15. So how I got it? So T1 dash inherited, that is this one, T1 dash inherited is equal to an T dash inherited star F dot value. That means this T1 dash is the non-terminal which is inheriting the value from its parent also and from its sibling also. It is taking the value from its parent also and from its sibling also. So that's why here T1 dash inherited is equal to T dash inherited star F dot value. So that is about the inherited value associated with here and the inherited value associated with this one. Rest all we are having a synthesis values only. So now here come to this one. So when I am replacing this T dash with an epsilon, but I am having that value as an 15 only. Okay, because after multiplication 15 I got. So synthesis value of the T1 dash, synthesis value of a T1 dash is nothing but a 15. So T1 dash here, when I am replacing it with the epsilon, what is the value I had to consider? T dash synthesis is equal to T dash inherited. Okay, so here it is nothing but an 1 only, means it is at the body of the production whatever we are having, but here we are not writing. Okay, so it is T dash synthesis is equal to an T dash inherited. What is T dash inherited? You are having 15. So that 15 will be copied here. So here T dash and T1 dash both are same. Don't get confusion with the subscript. Only in this production, just to differentiate that it is at the head, it is at the bottom, we have written this subscript F. Wherever other things you are considering, it is a single non-terminal T dash only. So that's why we have written it is T dash synthesis is equal to an T dash inherited. That means same value I am copying it to T dash synthesis. Then after that one, this 15 I am copying it to the synthesis value here. That is T dash. Okay, it is nothing but a T dash synthesis value. That is here it is T dash. T dot value is equal to an T dash synthesis, and T dash synthesis is equal to an T dash synthesis. So here this one. Okay, what is T dash synthesis? T dash synthesis is equal to an T dash synthesis. What is T dash synthesis? 15. So that I am 15, I am copying it to here, and finally I am moving this one to the root value. So what is the T dot value is equal to? T dot value is equal to T dash synthesis. What is? So this T dot value is 15. What is T dot value? 15. How it came? It is T dash synthesis or T dash synthesis or an T1 dash synthesis. That doesn't matter. So T dot value is equal to an T dash synthesis. So that these are the semantic rules what you are having. So don't get too much of a confusion here.